Okay, let me know when you can see and hear. We should be back. We should be back. There we go. Okay, try again. Take two. We'll try this again. New stuff. New bits and pieces. I'm back. I am back. All right, let's start this again. Okay. Cross your fingers, everybody, and your toes, and whatever else you got, you can cross. Okay, I don't know exactly what happened, but something went awry. So hey, we're gonna have a little, a little drink of tea. Yeah, something went goofy, but who knows what. Anyway, let's just go back and play, shall we? And we'll just see how it all goes. Um, yeah, so welcome. I'm Barb Owen. In case, the first part goes away, I'm Barb Owen of How to Get Creative. And I'm so glad you're here. And thank you guys for waiting. That was really nice of you to wait, hang out, and all that. So, where were we? I don't know. We streamed the first time New Year's Day evening. And so I thought I would show you what I did. And yeah, we'll go from there. The chit chat part of this is with YouTube Live. It all records from the time you start streaming. So when we chit chat, the chit chat will be on here too. So maybe I won't chit chat as much. I don't know. Thanks, everybody. Tool man's on the job. Okay, so let's just talk about what I did on the first stream in case you didn't happen to see it. So I did a little calendar, and so this is what I started doing. I took my mandala patterns from the mandala book. It's an ebook, and I took that, and Race helped me, I have to say. He helped me understand how to do this, and so we put them into a document in Photoshop so I could size them and make them the way I wanted. And then on YouTube, and I may for a while say Ustream and YouTube because we were on Ustream for so long. So YouTube, please accept my apology. Anyway, I streamed, let's just say that, on New Year's Day evening. And so I was showing how I was working with these. And so these are done with praying watercolors, kids watercolors, that I just base coated in. And then I used colored pencils, the Prismacolor pencils, and did the detail stuff. And when I was all finished with that, then I went back and I used, some pens. I used the Sharpie paint pen in the extra fine and the white pen in the Signo, Uniball Signo. And so this is finished. And then when I was all finished, put a little border around the edge and did a little pen work. And then I cut out some masks, some paper masks, and then did some, splatterage on it. So anyway, that turned out cool. So you guys like that? Thanks, Rain. The chat is not recorded. No, the chat is not. Phew, huh? So this is the next one I did. And so what I'm doing is I'm playing around with different ways of coloring the mandalas. And so on this one, I used the gelatos, the Faber-Castell gelatos. And I scribbled them out on a palette, just a plain old disposable palette. Scribbled them out there and used a water brush and filled in the various things with the various gelato colors, and then again let them completely dry because this is watercolor paper. And so I still use caps to ask questions. That would be great. Questions or comments, that would be great. So this is gelato, and then after it was fully dry, then I went back and again detailed with colored pencil and pens and stuff. And please ignore the sponsors who, again, of course, always live behind door number one and are complaining very loudly at the moment. Crazy sponsors. I have heard that there are going to be some sponsor streams occurring. I haven't seen one yet. Well, there was one the other day when we were testing, but I understand that the sponsors could be taking over the streaming from time to time. And so it will be kind of like a kitty aquarium. Artie Farty Fairy was here when we were streaming, doing a test stream, and we just had the camera on the cats a lot of the time because we were just doing this big test stream. And she said that it reminded her of her aquarium. So we just thought we'd call it a kitty aquarium. So, okay. So Race is dealing with questions in the chat. That's great. Okay. Yeah, the streams will be here from now on, Meg. Yes, the streams will be here on YouTube. And we are planning to have a way to let you sign up so that I can generate an email to send out before the stream, goes live. But we haven't got that all because it's brand new to us, so we haven't got that all the details worked out. Can I up the volume? I did. Do I need to up Race? Do I need to turn up the volume? Hey, Vicky. Because Vicky, you're on YouTube, and so that's a different signing in. So, Mr. Race, let me know if you think I need to do something to the volume, because it looks like it's doing okay to me. Maybe I need to talk louder. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, so that one's done with gelatos. So the rest of these are not done yet, but I thought I would just show you what they look like so you can see. And please excuse the whining cat in the background. So I tried to use several different patterns, and you can see where some of them are cut off on the edge. They were the same way because of the way it prints. And so I just filled them out to the edge. So that's what I did. So even though they print, because of the constraints of the paper and the printer, I just will fill that out. Okay, so you can just see the rest of them, so you kind of get the idea of where I'm headed. And I'm going to use all different kinds of mediums, like Inktense pencils and chalk and all kinds of things like that. So these are just the different mandalas that I've sized differently. And yeah, just give you an idea of what I have planned. If I don't get my act together and hurry up with these things, though, 2016 could be half over before I get my calendar on the wall. So I'm just going through and just showing you. Some of them are repetitious. Others are not. But I repeated the rose a lot because that's one of my favorite patterns. I love this one too. And then I also included January 2017 because, Anyway, I'm going to bind those together probably with the cinch or the bind it all. Probably the cinch. And then I'll have a calendar to put up. Okay. Any questions so far? Cool idea. Thanks, Rain. I'm going to use probably the cinch and the small coils and put it together that way. That's my plan. Okay, so, here's the thing. The other day, I was thinking about what we were going to do today. And I can color some on the stream too. Absolutely. Hi, Robin. So yeah, if you want to see some of those on stream, I can do that. Cats know it's different too, don't they? Hi, T Girl. Thanks for joining us. So, the other day, Race and Clausman did a stream, and if you want to check them out, you can see that recording. It's on the YouTube. So they streamed, and again, I apologize if I every so often say you stream, just because just because it's so entrenched in my head. And we do. Again, thank you, Stream, for all the years of streaming over there. It was a great time. Um, so they did a stream together Sunday afternoon, and it was all about Clausman's carvings and his process and so forth. And during that time, some mouthy somebody in the chat, names will be. Oh, hi, Trisha. Trista. Sorry, Trista. Great. Um, Clausman is monitoring the stream from a different room. So, Clausman, when you hear this, would you come tell me if the volume is okay for you so that I know? That would be great. I'm going to probably kill a cat in a minute. Just saying. Anyway, when they were streaming on Sunday, they showing all the carvings, some mouthy person, started talking about the ugly woman. So we have the ugly woman. You loved Race with his dad? Oh, good. And Janet says she wants to see Clausman carve. Well, we're looking at that.
It's really low.
The volume is low. Okay.
On the iPad, I can't even hear it. Put my earbuds in, barely hear it. The only way I can hear it, of course, I can't hear real well, but the only way I can hear it on my computer is through the radio of the external speakers.
Okay. So for now, you're going to have to read my lips. And Mr. Race will let me know about the volume situation. So for now, how about we'll just start doing something? For now, we'll just start doing something, and you can read my lips. Okay. Now Race is looking into things. Okay, so I'm going to go on and pretend like everything's fine. So we had I'm seriously going to murder a cat in a minute. He's about to step on my last nerve and dance around on it. He's about to dance on it. Okay, hang on a minute. Test, test, test. Testing. Did we fix it? Did we fix it? Did Race fix it? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? I feel like one of those telephone things. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Oh, sorry. Ouch. Ouch. Oh my God, loud. Yes, fixed it. My ears, my ears. Sorry, Debbie. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Sorry for blowing you out. Yeah. Sorry. Can I talk like this now? Now it's super loud. You guys, turn down your volume. Okay, here's the deal. That was my fault. It was my fault. It was Barb's fault. I will take full blame, credit, whatever. That was my fault. This stream will probably not make it onto YouTube, if you know what I mean, the recording. Yeah, he fixed the problem, but it was my error. So anyway, okay, let's go back and see if we can do something, shall we? All right, my error. Mea culpa, mea culpa, mea culpa. Mindy just needs to open the window now. You know, it is what it is. Okay, I'll get it. It's just everything's a little bit different than it was before. Okay. So let's go back here. Hang on a minute. I'm getting a text message. Okay. It's a virtual zoo around here today, people. It's a virtual zoo. Meanwhile, back at the ugly woman, I need time to adjust. You're right, Rain. Okay. So we have the ugly woman here in the middle, and some mouthy somebody the other day decided I should have to paint the mouthy woman or the ugly woman. And I said I was never going to paint the ugly woman. I swore I was never going to. This thing ended up in my Christmas stocking. I mean, this ugly thing right here ended up in my Christmas stocking. It should not be allowed. It should be kindling. It should be firewood. I'm telling you, it should be firewood. Anyway, then my mouthy son got into the act, and he says, chat, meaning you people, he says, chat, who wants to see her paint that? Now the ugly woman has a family. Yes, this might be her brother Daryl and her other brother Daryl. I'm just saying, it could be her brother Daryl and her other brother Daryl, or it could be her husband and her boyfriend, or it could be her two brothers, or it could be her sons. It's hard to say. It's all a mixed up mess. Anyway, so the ugly woman is here, and I'm here to say I'm putting myself out there for you. If you guys want to see her painted today, we will paint the ugly woman. Yes, we'll paint the ugly woman. Everybody does look better in makeup. And Janet's family had an ugly duck that they passed around for years. If you got it, you had to display it prominently for the whole year. For the whole year. Okay, so your choices are, we can paint the ugly woman, There is no way to make her pretty, Debbie. There's no way. We can paint one of her companions. The companion here, one of them, meaning this one, has a pipe. He has a jug of moonshine, and he has a stick that he's getting ready to whomp somebody with, so he's got a stick. Her other companion, I don't know what he is. He has on overalls. This guy has on a shirt and something. All right, so we have those choices. We have the ugly woman, we have the guy with the pipe, we have the guy with the overalls. Or we could do some art journaling. We could just like calm down and we could art journal instead. Because we could come back to my book of positive words, people. My journal of positive words that we haven't worked in so long. That, you know, it has lovely things like nice words that start with the letter A and nice words that start with the letter B and so forth. Because I haven't done this in a really long time, you know. And I'm all the way up to the letter, that's F. We're up to the letter G, people. We're up to the letter G. So we could work in this lovely journal of positive words. Or we could paint the damn ugly woman. Give the two men moonshine, she won't look so ugly. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to watch a chat for a minute. And Tina thinks his name is Cooter. All right, I'm going to watch the chat for a minute. And you got to choose, okay? You got to choose. So on your mark, set, go, choose. Ugly woman, one of the ugly men, the journal, you know. Or we could paint a mandala. Bo Blue bought the art, and I'm sorry I don't know your name. I can't remember. Wants the art journal page. Janet wants the art journal page and an art journal page about no, I can't do an art journal page about the ugly woman. Debbie wants what? The ugly woman? Denise votes for the mandalas or the journal. Trista thinks it's pretty obvious that you really want to paint the ugly woman. No, I don't. But I will. Let's see. Oh, Bo Blue bought the art as McCarroll. Okay, I'll try to remember that. Sorry, Carol. Lynn voted for art journal or mandala. Lori votes for the ugly people. You guys are not helping me. It is drama-free Friday. Do the art journal, says Rain. You guys are cracking me up. Okay, I'm going to give you a couple more shots at it. Couple more shots, and that's it. Pam wants to go for the art journal, paint the ugly woman late at night after the moonshine. You guys want the ugly woman after. Okay. Drama-free Friday. Okay. It's looking heavily like you guys would rather work in the journal or the mandala. Tina wants the journal. The art journal. Hi, Jennifer. Okay. You should know better leaving it up to us, says Debbie. Okay. All right. It looks like the ugly woman is going to wait till another day. Thank you, people. I love my chat. I love my chatters. Because the ugly woman is going to get to wait. Okay. Oh, I love you people. Okay, let's go do a journal page, shall we? Let's talk about the journal. I'm going to get out of the picture and give you a close-up. Okay. Let's go back and take a look at this for a second. This was a sketchbook. This was back before I knew anything that I was doing at all about art journaling. And so this has just got paint scraped on the front cover and some paint scraped on the back cover. She's waiting for her beauty products to show up. Let me just tell you what. It's going to take more than beauty products to bring that poor thing around. Yeah. Claus Man and I had a big discussion about this earlier because he carved her with her boobs hanging out, and I said, "Do you realize I'm going to have to do some strategic, creative painting?" What's he thinking? Anyway, okay. So this is back at the time that I didn't know anything about anything, and I should call her a woman of character. Yeah, she's character, all right. So this is actually sketch paper. It's not even drawing paper. It's just sketch paper. So it's really pitiful paper for doing what I tried to do with it. And it's also perforated next to the spiral coil here, and it is coming apart and everything. But I love it, and so when it fully comes apart, I will put it probably store it in a box. What the question is, what Debbie wants to know, what was Claus Man drinking when he found her in that block of wood? Actually, Claus Man could answer that question for you because he's in the chat. So you guys give him a hard time about that. So what I decided to do was to take this and turn it into something that I liked. And so I decided to turn it into my book, and this is B-O-O-K. It was a little wonky there, but my book of words that I love. And so it's all about positive words and just anything. Periodically, I will just, stick something. Oh, Debbie, you don't have to be good. It's okay. So I will stick something in this. So just because it looks this way today doesn't mean it'll look this way tomorrow. So I just started out with each letter. So this is the letter A, obviously, and I just have collected different things and written different words that I liked. And so this is also the A page. It's a fairly big journal. So we're just going to look at it. And I use this to scrape paint and stuff in it. I'm going to, can you guys hear that cat now? Yeah, I'm sure you can hear him because if we got the volume turned up, I'm sure you can hear him because he's obnoxious. Anybody want a cat real cheap? I'm going to send him COD though. I'm warning you, I'm sending him COD. So this is the B page. So I tried to use images that started with the letter and also words that started with the letter. But, even when, like one of the things I do with this journal is when I'm working on it, these words get really settled into my thought process. And so after, like if I have trouble sleeping or something like that, these words, I'll just start with A and I'll just go through all my A words and I'll go through all my B words, because I work on them a lot so they get stuck in my head, which is good. And then, before I get to, F or G or whatever, I kind of drift off. So it's a positive way to go to sleep. He wants out here in the worst way because he hears me talking. He's just being obnoxious. Obnoxious. Okay, so if you're having any kind of problems with sound or, image or anything, just reload your page. Try that. I bet that'll work. So this is the C page. So there are things on here like create, care, compassion, coffee, which I don't drink anymore, so that's bad news. But I loved coffee when I was doing this page. Choices, can, celebrate, clarity, creativity squared, champion, a winner of first place in competition, one who shows marked superiority or has attributes of a winner. So there's just all kinds of C words on here. And then I had these flashcards that were meant for children, and I got them, and so I've altered them and stuck them in here and used them in different ways. So that's what I've done here. And then this is the D page. Thanks, Carol. So this is the D page. And in the background, I've used dictionary text that uses the D, starts with D, all the words that start with D. In some places, I have circled some of them that I like this one says dabbler, and this one says daffodil. And any of you that have been hanging around me anytime at all know the story of the daffodils. So this is deserve, dream, dream the impossible dream, or dream the impossible, dedication, everyone dream big. So some of them are stamps, some of them are tape, and so forth. And then here's the D section. So destination, denim. This was when I bought a pair of blue jeans, and I thought, oh, perfect. I'll put it in the D, on the D page. Desirable, desire, deserve, deserved, deserving. Discover, decisive, determination, the act of making a decision, determined, detail, direction, and so forth. Designer, and so forth. So that's the D page. Okay. So like I said, I have to be a little careful with it because of the perforation, because it's sketch paper. And Debbie Downer does not belong in my book of positive words that I love. Sorry, Debbie. Just not going to go there. So this is the E page. So extraordinary, enduring, enjoy, simply, feel deeply, think freely, and live. Eager. I haven't looked at this for a while, so it's kind of fun to look through. Explore, find ecstasy in life. The mere sense of living is joy enough, by Emily Dickinson. Energy, endless possibilities, elevate everything. Be one with E. I like that. Excellence, excellent, enjoy, elegant, EFT. Any of you that are familiar with EFT will know why that's in here. Embracing change. And so this is the other page. So here's the flashcard on this side. So it swings around and illuminates some of the words under there. Everything your heart desires, encore, evolve, enigma, enjoy, elegance, effortless, etc. So that's the E page. It's one of the things, it's one of the journals. It's actually one of my favorite journals. Every day, explore choices every day. It's one of my favorites. And this is a little bit of a digression. Is that a word, digression? Is that a word? I don't know. Anyway, this is from something else, so that was a little, but it was on the back of the other two pages, so I had to leave it in. So this is the F page. So this is, oh, that's great, Debbie. She might try it with her granddaughter. So this is the F page. So it's really good, you know, because I know you can't see that, but that's a little sticker that says Forgotten Memories. Friendship. It's really good because it makes you think about collecting words. Dee Dee talks about that, and it's like, yeah, it's a really good idea. So I got feathers, fun, fulfilled, fabulous, funny face, faith, friends, find a way, friends until the end, freedom. So this is the flashcard that I used on this one. A friend is a second self. Friends are born, not made. And this is the other side of that. Focus, time for fun times forever. Fa la 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 la. Facing, facilitate. Sometimes I can't even read what I put because I don't read upside or, you know, vertically very well. I can write that way, but I don't read that way. Fun, fearless, focus, friend, forgive. Forgive needs to be bigger. Future, and so forth. So here we are at G. And I've started this one, so maybe we'll do some more with this one, huh? So I have some G things on here. I have the background done, more or less, and so it's time to add the words. And so maybe that's what we'll do, is you guys can help me with the G words. So I tried to use backgrounds too that incorporated something that started with that letter. So in this case, I used things that I did use gears, and I used some things that looked kind of gear-like. So it's kind of a steampunk kind of look. And back here I have in the dictionary page, I have graceful, grace note, because I was a music major in college. Grace note. Gracious. My mother's name was Grace, and so G is is an important letter in my life. So these are all more G words. And then down here, I don't know where I found this. I think it was with, I think it was a Smashbook thing. Pocket full of gems. So I just tipped it in, and I don't know if there's anything. There's nothing in here yet, but it hides the word great. So it's just fun. I personally don't care to use journals or mini books or whatever that have tons of flips and things that fold out and all that, because I can't ever remember where it goes back. Okay, wait a minute. I got to write down the words that you're putting in the chat. Hold the fort, as a journal artista says. Now they got to be positive words now, okay? So wait a minute, don't get too far ahead. Okay, gorgeous. Whew, I like that word. Gorgeous, generous. What else? Giving, gregarious. You guys are going to be doing this in your sleep, aren't you? Gregarious, gather, glorious. Okay, I got all those. Thank you. So what I have so far are, the words I have in here are girlfriends. This is a rub-on, so the G's all come from the rub-on. This is good to grow, and giggles, and I have gratitude circled down here. But just because I have it one way doesn't mean I'm not going to, put it in here again. Garrulous. Oh, I'm going to have to even look that one up. Somebody tell me what that even is. I need to expand my vocabulary because I don't know what garrulous is. Pavla, grammar geek. That would be you, Pavla. That would be you. And good to see you, my friend. Grammar geek. That's pretty funny. I like that. Oh, that's talkative. Garrulous is talkative. I just expanded my vocabulary today. Thank you, Denise. Gabby. Well, yeah. Is Gabby another word for garrulous? I don't know if I'm even pronouncing that right. Yeah. Gratefulness. Yeah. All right, you guys keep writing, keep putting them in. So what I did here was I used some kind of, probably wood icing, which is a type of texture paste, and through a stencil. And then I painted it with a bunch of stuff. And so I put the word grateful on here, and then I flipped it out, which I didn't do a very good job of tipping it in, because I don't know if you can see it. It doesn't want to lay flat. So whatever I did, I didn't do quite right. But life is good. So that's that. So let's take a look at the rest of these. See if there's anything else on here. No, I just cut out some. So this will be the F page. So all I did was cut out some stuff like health and happiness. So that goes on the H page. You can see this is how they start out, just with scraped paint. Chatty is a better word, and yes, you pronounced it correctly. Oh, good. Talkative, chatty. Okay. And then there was grounded. Yeah, grounded is one of those words that I need to be more of. The reason I have the tape in here is to try to help the perforations, and it helps the perforations just fine. What it doesn't help is where it wants to rip out around the spirals. So I'm just going to leaf through this just so you can see. So it's just a bunch of scraped leftover paint and stencils and stuff. So I haven't looked at this for a while. It's fun to look back. But I tried to do different colors, gentle. I tried to do different colors as I was scraping paint in here to give me a jump start for whatever the page is. So yeah, and like that's got a big old rip out of it. See that? It's got a big old rip out of it. So we'll be patching that. Maybe that's where the flashcard will go. Gifted. Okay, let me catch up with the list. You guys are going to keep me busy. Gifted, good-hearted, giggly. And giggly. I got a big old list going here. Thank you. So just different things. I think I've about filled up the book with different stuff. And then I just have this conglomeration of stuff that I've stuck in here thinking, oh, that's really good for my word journal. So I'm just going to flip through here so you can see the color combinations. Now, just because there's a color combination on here doesn't mean that that's what I'm going to be stuck with. But it does mean that it gives me a place to start so you get away from the dreaded white page syndrome. That's all right. Glamorous. Ginormous. Is ginormous a word, or is that just one we use? But it doesn't have to be a real word. It could be the word we want. Growing. Sorry, I'm just seeing them like catching. Genial. Gutsy. Ooh, I like that. Gutsy. Good thing I read that correctly. Garden. Garden. That's a good word. We used to garden. I don't know if I ever told you this. We used to do a huge garden. The metallic paint is what's making some of these stick together. We used to do a huge garden. This page right here is just all kinds of little tiny bits of tape and little bitty bits of text paper stuck on there. I like that. That's a good start. Gnome. Debbie wants me to use gnome or gnome. Gleeful. That's a good one. I know, Rain, right? Gleaming. Ginormous is a real word. Thanks, Deborah. It is a real word. I thought it was one we made up. Truthfully, I did. So anyway, yeah, I've got paint or something on all the pages. So everything is started. All right, let's go back to the page we're working on today. Now, see, I could throw you a curveball and I could say, yeah, but really the one we're going to do is H. I won't do that. Okay, let's see what we've got in my quote things that I've got here. We'll see if there's any of them that we can use. Oh, and I have a list too that I started. Gratitude, grateful, graceful, grace, generous, gentle, genuine, girlfriend's gift. I can't read that one. Gutsy, giggles, great. So I have some that I'd made a list for too. Hi, CB. Hi, Jamie. Fleeful? I hope not. Okay, let's look through here and see what we got, shall we? We'll move this for a minute. And let's see if we got some stuff in all this. All right, let's start here. A slice of life. This seems to be heavily into the L's. Dysfunctional family favorites. We are not going there, okay? Been there, done that. Life is not a matter of milestones, but of moments. This, I believe, seemed like such a good idea at the time. We should use that one because that has good. Okay, so I'll just stick that on the table here. Things my mother never told me. Essential stuff. Why not? Behind the scenes. That's it. Results may vary. To be continued. The fine print. Good times. Goals. There we go. We got 2 of those. Goals is a good one. Guidingly. Guidingly. That's a good, interesting word. Good times. All right, I'm going to pull those off because that way I'll have those. I'm just sticking them off here to the side. Okay, so we've been through that. All right, let's see if there's any on this. Victory, practice, rookie, and team. Nope. Moving on. Precious. Nope. And we got letters. Somebody sent me this page of alphabets. Oh, there's words down here too. Awesome, timeless, fun. Noted. We should put fun in on the F page, shouldn't we? See, this is what happens. This is what happens. I find things and then I go back to the page and I find a spot and I just add it. Even if it's already there, I just add it to the book. Graceful. Yeah, got graceful. Amazed by you. Details, memories, date. Nope. Okay. So let's look on here. We have history, thankful, wonder, sparkle, new, now, imagine, vibrant. Nope. How about this side? Spectacular, hilarious, observation, unforgettable, happiness, unique, remarkable, memorable, present, and ultimate. Nope. Okay, here, romance, secret, and time. Nope. Sweet, happiness, play, so sweet, super fun, happy day. Nope. Okay, moving on. This is going quite well. Yeah, we got giving. That's a great one. Harmony, that's a great one for the H page. Rainbow. Rainbow, rain. Nature. Hug. Okay, that goes through all those, so we can put those aside because I'm done with these. Looks like we're going to have to either write or stamp or find things from magazines. Although I do have a box of words. Goofy. That's a good one. I like that one. I like all of them. Goofy is a great one. Okay, I'm going to let you look at this for just a minute, and I'm going to go get my box of words, and let's dig through that and see if we can find some. So you all hang on for a minute. Okay, now I've got one here that I found in my box of stuff for the F page, but I'm not putting it on the F page. I'm just telling you. Okay, so you cannot make me do that. Gainful, that is a mouthful. Can you see it? Do you see it right there on my box of words? I'm not putting this on my F page. No, I'm not. You can't make me. You cannot make me put that on my page. So this is just one of those big iris boxes, and I just have everything that I, like kind of pull out of magazines and stuff. There are things that I'm going to use. Like sometimes I find them more than once, so I save it twice. Okay, let's look on these. These are all about thanks. Is there anything about gratitude? No, just about thanks. Okay. Happy. There's one for the H page. Hello, thanks, cute, good times. I love how these look. I just love these. Oh, there's a friends. Friendship. Maybe we can put this. Wait, let's put it on the F page, shall we? Go back. Let's quickly go back to the F page. All right, let's go back to the F page here. I know you probably can't see. I got too much stuff here, people. I just got too much stuff. Okay, friendship. We need to put it on here. Probably can't see. We're going to find spy. Let's go over here on this side. Let's flip up this little door. And we're going to add friendship right there. See? Look. Ta-da! Okay. So we got that. Okay, back to the issue at hand. We're looking quickly for G words. Okay. These are all things. Artie Dar sent me a bunch of these one day. I don't see anything there. Here's one. Here's one. We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. That is a good one for this page, don't you think? She stamped a bunch of these off and sent them to me. Lynn, we never would have known. It's a good thing you cleared that up. Okay. Good friends don't let you do stupid things alone. We can pull the word good out of that. That's a good one, don't you think? Good friends don't let you do stupid things alone. Yeah. Okay. When was the last time you did something for the very first time? It's not you that holds you back. It's who you think you are not. It's not who you are that holds you back. It's who you think you are not. That's a little too deep for me at the moment. We are the hero of our own story. That'll come up later. Okay. Nope. Okay. Giggle. Look, you guys. Ta-da! Okay, we're going to put giggle. So I'm just pulling some of these out. Hopefully she stamped them in ink that, will hold up to what we're doing today. Okay, these are just letters. Those are just random things. So all I'm glancing for, oops. Sorry. Hold on. Sorry, a little black screen there for a minute. I don't know what that was about. I'm back. Right? Yeah, I'm back. Okay, sorry. A little glitchify there for a second. All these pages of things right here came from Artie Dar, and she stamped them off and sent them to me one time. That's where they came from. Here's one. I don't know where I found this. I got this off the internet someplace. And perhaps that is the secret, to linger mindlessly in the powerful space between the thoughts where actions and intentions form. So there you go. I know it's too deep for a drama-free Friday, right? It's a little too deep. A little deepish. I have some little Mary Engelbright books. Don't anybody panic, because yes, I do cut things out of books. How I wish. Yeah, it was great. It was really great that Dar sent those. It was really nice. Okay, let's take a quick gander through these. Find. That needs to go on the F page. Yep. I don't know what that's for. Who knows? Okay, here's some more stuff. Let's see if there's anything in this. Practice makes perfect and grow strong with me. That would be a good one. Big sister. I'm the baby sister, so that doesn't apply to anything. In every single moment, there is significance. Wonder is sprinkled all around us. Curious. Home is where the heart is. Keep life simple. Unforgettable. It's the world. Our little star. Fun. Stepmom, stepdad. Our generation. Generation. You guys didn't come up with generation. That's a good one. Our generation plants the trees, another gets the shade. That's a good one. Okay, what about this? Anything in here? Happy heart. How come you can find things for all the letters except what you want, right? Our girls grow. Did we do grow already? We need to get that. What is this? This is vellum. Okay. So I'm just cutting this out of the package. We'll decide how we want to do it later. Okay, and then this one is all that I am or hope to be I owe to my angel mother, ministering angels to be my sister, my favorite things, family ties, our father like father, like son, like mother, like daughter. Okay, enough of that. All right, here's another one. See if there's anything on this, shall we? Chocolate chips. That needs to go on the C page. Chocolate chips. Celebrate. Dare to dream. How old would you like to be? How old would you be if you didn't know how old you were? Some days that would be 102. Some days 14. Think through thick and thin. Inspire. Okay. I'm going to dig through this just a little bit more, and then we're going to just move on. Simple elegance. I love this. I love the way it's done. I might have written that myself. I still love it. Surviving winter. Okay. The Great Blizzard of February 1st, 2011. What does that have to do with anything? Who knows? What does that have to do with anything? Immunity, strong. Do any of you collect words? If you do, oh, happy birthday, Jamie. Happy birthday. Here's another good, so we'll put that over there. Any of you guys collect words? I'm sure Jamie does. If you do, how do you keep track of them? Gratitude is when the memory is stored in the heart and not in the mind. We'll use that. Do any of you guys do this? Oh, Jamie or Tina's the same age as Jamie. Are you guys twins? Keep a calm heart. I feel immensely blessed to have a chance to get it right. Light tomorrow with today. Live your best life. There goes my energy. I'm not putting that in there. I try to collect things that are positive, but, you know, then that there goes my energy just jumped out, didn't it? We craft our coffees with a passion you can taste. Well, how about that? All right. Let me dig in here just a little bit more. View from the bridge. I don't know. That could be a bad thing. Okay, I think we got enough. Think we got enough? Shall we move on? I also have old cards, sight phrase cards. Jamie, it's so exciting that you're going to have your 34th birthday coming up. My brother, some bread, her father. There could be something in here. You never know. I will go. Oh, that's a good one. Wait a minute. Here. We might have to use I will go. Huh? I have to use that. That could be good. Okay. All right, two more little things I'm going to leaf through real quick, and then we're going to start sticking things in. Did you guys come up with any more words that I missed? The little chickens to school. I will come. Is going. I will go. Is going. Okay, so enough of that. Enough of that. Is Janet being bad? Does she need to be spanked? Is that the deal? Okay, sight phrase cards. Done with those. Put all this jazz back. So did you guys tell me that whether you collect words? Pablo has attempted to organize her words several times. At this moment, they're all in one box. Yeah, that's the thing. At this moment, right? At this moment. Okay, so we're going to put this box away. You know what that means? It means throw it on the floor. I told you guys what Ray said when he was here, didn't I? We're talking about organization. If y'all had been here, you would have had my back. I'm relatively certain you would have had my back on this. But he said, and he was as serious as a judge. He says, well, if you just put everything back after you're done using it, you'd stay organized all the time. He was as serious as a judge. Yeah. Yeah. I about slapped him up against the wall for that. I'm not kidding. Okay, let's see what's in here. These are rub-ons. And I jacked that one up. Gratitude is not only one of the greatest virtues. I messed that up, but we can still get gratitude off of that. The best of times. That's the same as that. Keepsakes, my photos. We're looking for G words. Looking for G words. Don't get all excited by anything other than a G. Poor race. Don't say poor race. He may still be in the chat. He may come in and clobber us. He did. He was just as serious as can be. If you just put it all away, everything will be fine. Well, la-ti-da. La-ti-flippin'-da. Okay, what's on here? Best friends, teammates, smiles, and happy times. We have jungle animals. Okay, how about this? Pal, friends. Nope. Okay, animals, flowers. Where did all the G words go? I don't know. They went away. They went away. Seize the day. I must have used them up somewhere. If you see something that says G, you better get me. Deborah says you might have to slap me against the wall too, Barb, because I do exactly what Ray said you should. Put everything away when I'm done. I know. I know. I try to. Now seriously. Seriously. Where's my here? See this shop behind me? See this? That's pretty organized, don't you think? That's pretty organized. I about croaked one day. This was the last time that the Scrappy Camper Sisters streamed, and I heard, I think it was Darcy say, I really want to interview Barb because she clearly has this organization thing down pat. I about turned inside out and split. I'm not kidding you. I'm not even kidding you. Whoops. Sorry. Got a little jiggy with the camera. Okay. Let's see if there's any G words on here. I don't see any. Oh, glasses. Well, I've worn glasses all my life, so we'll have to put glasses on there. I got plenty of glasses. Don't ask me why. Probably because they were cheap. Gramophone. Is this a gramophone? I didn't ever have one of those. I'm not that old, so we'll leave that for something else. Off we go. Okay, that one might work. Off we go. Maybe we'll do that. Okay. Okay, I don't see anything else, so I think we're going to just dispense with all this stuff because I think we're done with that and call it good. Yeah, Carol, except I get overwhelmed with stuff, you know. I get overwhelmed a lot with papers and jazz like that. Okay, so let's move all these over here and let's get out Let's actually do something, shall we? Let's do something. I already looked at all this stuff. Okay, back to the page. Hey, Jess. Jess, you weren't here. They had a choice for me to paint the ugly woman, and they said no. So, Jess, you weren't here. You didn't get your way. You didn't get your way, Jess. I'm so sorry. New Year's resolution. Mary has a New Year's resolution, and it's organization. Okay, that's a good thing to think about. So, did any of the rest of you make New Year's resolutions? If you did, I'd like to hear what they are. Okay, let's. I'm gonna tear this. So here's what we're gonna do. So I'm tearing out let's see. Let's just do gratitude. Carol's New Year's resolution is not to make resolutions. Okay. There you go. Okay, so we have gratitude. And then out of this same little thing, I can pull greatest. So just because it was a quote that was intended to be used together doesn't mean that we have to do that. They said you have too many uppercase letters. Who said that? I was shocked. No phone ping. Sherry, hi Sherry. She was shocked that nobody picked the ugly woman. Well, yeah, there were a couple, but they just got terribly outvoted, you know. If Jess had been here, she would have flooded the chat with ugly woman. Oh, you know what? We're not going to use the word is. We're just going to use going. Well, is going is fine. Tina's word for the year is received. Did any of the rest of you do words? Pick a word for the year. Next week, it's the ugly woman. Jess, nobody will come next week. No one will come next week. Okay, so we got those. Was this a rub-on? I can't remember. Let's see. No, I don't think so. Okay. Short memory. I couldn't even remember if that was a rub-on. Deborah says she does not make New Year's resolutions. She chooses a word for the year. This year her word is resorgum. Holy mackerel, Deborah. You've got a vocabulary, girl. Okay, let's see if I can sound that out. Risorgimento. It's kind of a cool word. They would have put you on a timeout, Jess. That's right. They would have put you on a timeout. All right. So this is gratitude. Whoops. If it rips, just pull it back. Okay. I like this. One generation plants the trees, another gets the shade. So let's just cut this one since I started cutting. Okay. So we're whittling the pile down to something that's manageable. So are a bunch of you guys here art journalers? Do you like to do art journaling or journaling? You know, maybe this is a kind of art journaling, but I like words, and so I use a lot of words and quotes. And hello, coordination, come to me. If you do, what kind of art journaling or journaling do you do? Like I have, when Race was home, I apologized to him for all of the composition notebooks he's going to find someday filled with words that periodically I even write to him and say, If you're reading this, I apologize. So I've apologized in writing. I've apologized in advance. I've apologized as many ways as I can for the craziness, because I vent a lot of stuff when I write, and sometimes I put art in with the writing, One of the art journaling prompt type things that I did with Kyla Givehand it was a couple of years ago. This was a lot of writing. The prompts were a lot of writing things, and then an art prompt to go with it. So this is an unusual journal for me because it's got a lot of writing in it, and then a little bit of art stuff as well. I tend to segment them and keep the art stuff in one journal and the written stuff in another one. Okay, Race. Showing off. He's showing off, people. He's just showing off. Do not humor him. So anyway, I apologize to him in advance for all the stuff he was going to find someday. Sorry, I know I'm out of the shot here, but I'm just trying to cut this baby. Okay, good. Artie Farty Fairy. Hey, I love saying her name. Artie Farty Fairy is Joanne, if I remember correctly. Artie Farty Fairy is the one who joined us the other night when we were testing things out, and she was watching the cat aquarium. So the cat aquarium may, there could be some sponsor streams showing up. Oh, there's Find. That we'll save and put on the F page later. Okay, let's start out and let's put this much on the page, shall we? All right, let's start out. So here we go. All right, I'm going to get out of the picture so you can see both pages as we go. And I'm just going to start putting stuff down. So I'm going to use a combination of tacky glue for the thicker stuff. And I've got some score tape, some 1/4 inch score tape for some of it. And then we'll just see what happens from there, shall we? YouTube doesn't like too many uppercase letters. Okay. Don't read mom stuff is right. It's dangerous. Okay, let's see what happens here. Well, maybe what you can do here. Maybe what you can do, instead of typing in all caps, you could use like an asterisk or some kind of symbol. If you're on your iPhone or something, you could put a little symbol in there or something to get my attention. You could do that too. Okay. All right. So let's take something like this and let's see if we can get tape to work on the back of this. I'm going to use a different tape that's a little bigger because that one's a little lighter. Hi, Sarah. Okay, so what I'm going to put is, this is 3/8 inch score tape. I'm going to put on the back of this. And I'm going to use, if I can find it, my bone folder. And burnish it down. All right. So we're just going to start putting things down, and as it comes together, it will come together. You know what I mean? So grow strong with me. I think we'll put this right up here. And that works really well for those vellum things. Here we've got one that's already ready to go called Goals. Oh, I missed it. What did you say about chunky, Sarah? I missed it. Wait a minute. I got to go back. I'm reading the chat a minute. Hold on, everybody. I missed it. Would you put that in the chat again, Sarah? Because I missed what the deal was about chunky. Do I work on a journal every day? Deborah wants to know. No, I don't. I wish I did. Oops. I end up, because of the website and all of the classes and all that kind of stuff, the membership area, that keeps me really busy. So no. All right, get off of me, would you? Stop. One could get lost looking at the emojis. That is true. So even though these are stickers, I'm adding some tacky glue to the back. Oh, he got his last chemo treatment. Okay, good. I hope that has a really great and positive outcome. Okay, seemed like such a good idea at the time. Don't you think that works? Tina says that's too much work. Too much work to find the big blue question mark. Okay, so what I'm doing is just cutting this down. You know, Deborah, you asked about if I journal every day. When I do really well with journaling every day is when I'm using prompts, daily prompts. I do a lot better. Okay, so we're going to put good times up here. Just because. So I'm going to stick all these down, and then we'll go from there and probably write in some words. How's that? So this is going. We'll just stick this under here. So it says great. So we're going to put is going great right there. That's good, positive. All right, I will go. That is a big, yeah, let's leave that one for a little bit. Okay, this is grow. So we can do this with the 3/8 inch tape also. And burnish the tape down so it sticks since it's vellum. Okay, so where are we going to put grow this time? Let's put it over on this page. And I think we're just going to pick a gear. We'll just put it on top of that. Okay. Giggle. Giggle. Let's just put some tape on the back of that. That'll be easier than trying to put it down with wet glue. For a long time, I didn't have much score tape because I didn't have any place to get it other than ordering it in I just hadn't taken the time to order it. But Soul Sentiments, which is the store that I sometimes teach for, has started carrying it, so that's great. And I really like it. I know there are other tapes out there. This just happens to be the one that I have access to. I do have a label maker, and that's a great idea. That is a good idea, Kia. All right, so let's pull off the tape backings. And we have to have a good place to put giggle. Where it's a white background with big black letters, so it'll show up wherever we put it. That's for sure. If any of you start a book or work on a book like this, I would love to see what you do. You can always tweet photos at Barb Owen Designs on Twitter, and that's where we'll make announcements about streaming and stuff. So be sure that you follow me, myself, and I follow us on Twitter. Now the reason I'm taping these is because if I use liquid glue, this is paper. If I use liquid glue on this, it's going to make it buckle up. So, and not for safety, it's just going to buckle up. So rather than get out the whatever I'm trying to say, the matte medium and brush and stuff like that to smash it down that way, I'm just using tape. Okay, so this is a quote. This was from one of the stampings that Artie Dar sent me in a pocket full of goodies one day. And it says, we don't stop playing because we grow old because we stop playing. And isn't that true? My mom, when she was at the assisted living, started playing cards with a bunch of her friends. And let me just tell you, I couldn't go over there during the time that they were playing cards, or, you know, I was going to interfere with their playing. And so she'd been a card player only a little bit, but boy, I'm telling you, I can't remember the name of the game she played now. But it was by the same company that does that creates the game or makes the game Uno. And she said to me, one of you guys will know what it is. She said she really liked it because all you had to do was count to 12. And let me tell you, she liked her game. They did it every night after dinner. There were like 4 of them, and they would sit down and they would play games together. This game, whatever the card game was, one of you guys will know what it was. You guys, I see, found the emojis. Okay, this is Good Friends Don't Let You Do Stupid Things Alone. So let's do that. So anytime that, you know, when you're in an assisted living situation, especially with elderly folks, you know, it's not uncommon for somebody to be hospitalized or something. And the boys are playing. I know, Sarah, I know. What can I say? So even when the person was, you know, away for whatever reason, sometimes they were visiting family and that kind of stuff, they would deal the hand for that person. And then I don't know how they played the hand of cards for that person, but they did. Anyway, And sometimes the funny part was when the person that was absent would win. It's like, I don't know how that worked, but you know. Oh, yeah. I need to get more familiar with Yes Paste. There's a discussion in the chat about Yes Paste. I have not used it a whole lot. I did use it on a cover for a composition notebook one time, and I don't know what I did wrong to that. I mean, I don't know what I did wrong, but that cover came off. So, like, that kind of caused me a little concern. Although I see other people using it and doing great with it, so I'm sure it was me. I'm sure it was user error. Yes. Gratitude is when the memory is stored in the heart and not in the mind. By Lionel Hampton. So I think what we're going to do is do this. So I'm going to split the quote. And I'm going to put part of it on this side of the word giggles, and I'm going to put the rest of it on that side. And that'll work. Race is leaving. Okay. See ya. Thanks for the rescue earlier. Figuring me out. Figuring out that it was my fault. Don't you hate it when that happens? This is thin paper, so this is probably going to wrinkle up, but, you know, c'est la vie. Probably buckle up a little bit, but it's all right. It's okay. Yeah, I know Shannon uses it a lot for different things. Yeah. And Patty uses it. Yep. It's like, I think it's like any product. You just have to get used to its properties, its strengths, and, you know, where it's really good. And I tend to go back to my, you know, like we all do, go back to my same old favorites. Aleene's Tacky Glue is truly one of my all-time favorite glues. Crafter's Pick is another one that I absolutely love. Okay, one generation plants the trees, another gets the shade. So we have generation and gets right there in the same little quote. Twofer. It's a twofer. Quarter inch is the narrowest of the score tapes that I have. I know it comes in 1/8 inch as well, but this is the narrowest. So okay, where are we going to put this? I think I'm going to put it along the side here. Like so. Anyone? No, Jess, that would just be my nightmare to go vehicle shopping. That would be awful. Awful, awful, awful. Okay, so now we have the word greatest. Turbo glue. I'm not familiar with turbo glue. Turbo glue? Like the turbo tacky? The turbo tacky, is that what you're talking about, Mary? So we have that one. And then we have this one, which is gratitude. You can never have the word gratitude too many times in your journal. I'm telling you. Gratitude, gratitude lists, gratitude journals. Can't have too much of that. When you feel really crappy or life is just not going the way that you think it should go or the way you want it to go, oftentimes I find, now this works for me, I don't know if it works for everybody, but I can't always think of it. I have to tell you. I have to be honest. I don't always think of it until after. Gratitude snaps me right out of that. I start writing, thinking about and writing all the things that I'm grateful for. And usually it'll snap me right out of that. It's just sometimes I have to make myself suffer for a while before I, it's like you have to sit down and have a little talk with yourself, Okay, gratitude, and then we have the word good. All right, so let's put the word good on here somewhere. And if I haven't said hello to any of you, I apologize. I'm so glad you joined me today. Thanks for hanging in here with us. As I learn this new streaming format and so forth, it's great to have you here. And I would love to know, and I know what Jess's answer is going to be, but I would love to know what you guys we'd like to see on the stream. So if you'd like to pop some suggestions in the chat, that would be great. That way I know kind of what you would like to see. Okay, so we got all that stuff. So I'm going to get rid of all the scraps, the scrappage. Because after all, people, I'm trying to stay organized. It's such a lie. It's such a lie. It's a goal. Oh, that needs to be on here. Did I put that on here? Yeah, I got the word goal on here already. Okay, I'm getting rid of all my scraps because I'm trying to stay organized. Like I said, with a big laugh. A big laugh. Okay, so let's start. Oh, I didn't put the glasses on here. Wait, what else did I need here? I've got glasses. I need to put those on. That's a rub-on. Is there anything else? Off we go. Maybe just the word go. Maybe I'll just use the word go. Exactly, Lynn. Exactly. I have not, but that's a good one, Jamie. How could I forget that? How could I forget that? Okay, so I'm cutting out the rub-on. And I'm going to stick these back in here. This is a good way if you have rub-ons to keep the backing sheet attached to the rub-on. Put some staples around it. So, and then when you just cut out the piece you're going to use, then the rest of it doesn't go flying away from you. Well, it might. Okay, we'll deal with that later. We'll deal with that. See, that's what happens in the organization arena. I go, I'll do that later. Jess wants the ugly woman to get a pretty pink dress. Jess, you might get overruled, I'm just saying. Although I see her in something with polka dots, I have to say. I have to say. Hi, Pam. Anybody else? Let's see, pretty pink. Any creative stuff. Mary says any creative stuff. Okay. Pretty pink dresses, sparkles. Debbie wants her in pink dresses, sparkles. You guys are brutal. Brutal, I tell you, brutal. Okay, I'm just trimming out this rub-on stuff a little bit. Okay, let's see if this rub-on is going to work. These are old, so let's see. Let's see, where should we put the word go? What's under here? Good. Okay, maybe we'll just add it like right there. Why not? Let's do that. All right, let's see if we can get it to come off. Yellow polka dot bikini. Her bazooms are already hanging out, Jess. We can't put her unless I paint a yellow polka dot bikini over her bazooms. Did you notice the blessed silence from the sponsors? They finally gave it up. They finally gave it up. There's no sunshine here today, so that's always problematic for the sponsors. They like sunshine. When there's no sun, they don't know quite what to do. Okay, where's my little picker dude? All right, let's see if we can pull this off. It looks pretty good. The Artistic Pagan, hi. Okay, well, it's great to have you here. I don't know what your first name is, but I'm glad you're here. Thanks. Laura, I just saw it. Thanks for joining us, Laura. Okay, so we got that one. So now let's put the glasses somewhere. Where shall we put the glasses? Maybe right there. See, you just pick a spot and put it. You know, it doesn't make any difference. Just pick a spot. These are the cheapo rub-ons from Michaels. So let's see if they work. You guys know if they work? If it doesn't work, we'll glue it on, right? Somewhere. Here we go. I'll show you in just a second. I will show you in a second. All right. Rub off here, would you? Or rub on, as the case may be. So you guys didn't really have anything that I saw that you particularly wanted me to do other than... Okay, I know you're a rub-on. Goodness. Little tiny bits of it are coming off. I may, if they don't come off pretty darn quick, we're going to glue it down. We're going to pull a Dee Dee and we're just going to glue it down. We're just going to glue it. Well, there's a little bit coming off. All right. We'll give it another shot. We'll give it a little more time. A little more finesse. All right, well, some of it's coming onto the page. This is okay. Okay, and I've got some real heavy texture over in here in this section that's textured with wood icing, which is a type of texture paste. So I'm going to guess that the rub-on's not going to come off there. We're going to give it a shot, but... So are you guys all doing the Come Clean in 2016 with the Scrappy Camper Sisters? I joined the Facebook group. Does that count? Does that count? Jelly print on fabric again with colored fabric. It is tough to, I mean, it's not that you can't, but it's tough to get it to show up. I've done it on black fabric, but I personally prefer starting with the white or off-white fabric and adding all the color, because the color is a lot more true if you start on light colored fabric. To get true color, you have to do a lot of layers on colored fabric, and by the time you do that, you kind of defeat the purpose of, it's not bad. We're going to call it done. Not bad. Put a little matte medium and then rub over the medium. It should dissolve the ink and it should come off. I got it. But that's a good hint. Deborah said to do that with the, suggested doing that with these rub-ons. That's a good hint. So I'll read that again. Put a little matte medium and then rub over the medium. It should dissolve the ink and come off. I got it. Just took a little persuasion. Sometimes you got to be the boss of your rub-ons. Okay. Be the boss. Am I doing okay with Race being gone? I am. You know, he has a life. So do I. I'm just really fortunate that they get to intersect together from time to time. I'm a lucky woman. Okay. Put that away. Okay, wanted to know what this was. Let me see if I can find my... Thought I could put my hand right on them. I'm looking. Let me look just a second. Here, you guys can look at this just a minute. Let me see if I can find them. Nope, I don't see them. But what these are from a set of flashcards for children, and they are craft colored, like this. This is how they come. This is the full size, and it has the letter on it on each side, but it's just a craft color. Like this has ink added onto it. Ray's is never gone. Yeah. So they come just like that. They're rounded on one corner. And so I bought them in a specialty kids shop. And so what I did then was I just changed them and altered them. Like this one has texture paste on it, and then all kinds of different kinds of paints and stuff on it. And then I just extended the painting and all over onto the inside part of it from the page. I didn't do a great job of attaching it because it wants to buckle the page, but that's all they are. They're just flashcards. So under this, you can't see it anymore because I obscured it, is the letter G and the letter G on the inside. So that's what they came from. Yeah. Okay, so we have that much. So let's start going through our list of words, shall we? And let's get out the big brush pens because they're permanent. Or the Faber-Castell pens. I have a few in the smaller brush tip. So you can see that's the smaller brush tip. I have more colors in the, it does look like real rust. What causes that to happen, let's see if I can remember this. What causes this to look like rust are two colors of paint that I believe came from Michael Deming, and I saw it on, I think, one of his YouTubes a long time ago, but he's the one that I learned it from. And I think the first color was, it's been a while since I've done this, so you guys would have to try it and see. The first color I believe is dioxazine purple, and then let it dry, and then back over the top of it with nickel azo gold, and I believe those were the two colors to get this. And then I went back over the top and used some blues to kind of give it a patina. So yeah, that's what I did. Okay, so we're going to use our list in our Mamba Jamba container of Faber-Castell pens because they are permanent when they're dry. And let's just start putting words in here because I can write them quicker than I can stamp them. So we're going to write them, and then if I want to stamp some later, I can do that. But okay. So we're just going to start. We'll see what colors we can come up with that kind of go. And so let's see what we can get to show up. Yeah, I know. It's an interesting color combination, isn't it? All right, so I'm just going to pull out some colors. So this has got predominantly blues, and I don't have metallics in these. So, oh, yes, I do. Well, I don't know if they'll show up. They're not the big brush pins. They're the bullet tips. I don't know if they'll show up, but hey, they might. I did use purple in here and a dark red, and then of course we'll get out a black if I can find my black. Here it is. Okay, we'll see what happens. Who knows? It might happen. There's a purple, there's a blue. Okay, we'll see what happens here. So I've got this conglomeration of markers, some big, some small. And so let's start down our list. So I think that I'm going to add the word God over here. And I'm going to do too much stuff on my desk. Too much stuff. Too much. Make a little room. Okay. So I'm going to add it right here. Okay. And then I will come back and add things to these as I go along. But I'm just going to kind of get the words in here to start with and then check them off as we go. All right. So next up is Goofy. I'm working from the bottom to the top. So let's do Goofy. So I'm going to see if I can do different lettering styles. Oops, you got to spell correctly. Good save, Barb, good save. So I'll come back, as I said, and add things to those as we go. Next up is Garden. It's good to grow. I think I started to tell you earlier, and I'm not sure it ever got out of my mouth, that we used to have a humongous garden. And my grandfather-in-law, we had this garden. Some of you have heard this story before, so sorry, but I'm telling it again. My grandfather-in-law, who was elderly by that point, but was still farming, decided he was going to come up and help us one day. And we had worked so hard to get our garden, our permanent garden, up and running. And so we had asparagus and strawberries. And he came up to help us. It was in the spring, and he was going to turn the garden for us. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and write at the same time. That is disastrous. Full and gleaming are under here. Okay. Hello. What just happened? Display driver stopped responding and has recovered. Display driver. Okay. Okay. Why are you doing that? Sorry, hang on a minute. Okay, can you still see me? Come on here. You still see me? Okay. Seeing here. Okay. All right. Good. Good. Okay. We're good then. I got a message, and part of my system here involves a PC and a Mac, and the PC part of it I am not familiar with yet. So, and it gave me a little message there for a minute, and I'm like, oh, this is not looking so good. You see me and the mouse? Whew! Yay! You saw me and the mouse. That's good. Okay. All right. So let's go to generous. Let's do that one. So where shall we put the word generous? So anyway, this garden situation that I was trying to tell you about before I got myself sidetracked. I know, hard to believe. My grandfather-in-law came up and he plowed the garden for us. Bless his heart. And he plowed under all, and I do mean every last little bit of the permanent stuff. And that was the end of the permanent garden. And he came to the door and he said, Barb, just get your gun and shoot me. Just shoot me now. And I'm like, what did you do, Granddad? Like, this is gonna be bad, whatever it is. He said, I plowed your permanent garden. And sure enough, he did. He plowed under everything that we had. There was no more asparagus, no more strawberries, no more raspberries, no more nuttin', no more nuttin'. And I'm like, oh man, I hate to tell my husband about this because we had worked so hard to get all that stuff established, you know. He was trying to help. He was just trying to help. Anyway, we got a few things out of it, but not much. Not much. Not much. Yeah, we'll just not worry about that. Okay. So now we're moving on to gather. I love the word gather. Gather is a great word. Okay. PC is talking to us, girls. The PC is talking to us. It's giving us little messages. Okay, gather. So we gathered a lot of stuff out of that garden. Even the part that was, the permanent, or the first couple of years we got a lot of stuff out of the permanent part. But the other part that we planted, I think we must have thought we were feeding Cox's army. Because I would end up with dozens of cabbages and dozens of stuff all at one time. I mean, it was just, our counters would be full. Let's see, what am I writing now? Glorious. My counters would be full of produce. And then my mom would come out. I can't talk and do this at the same time. There's a high probability that I will misspell the words as it is. I told you. There's always a way to fix it. Just put the letter in and pretend that it was there just like that all the time. So anyway, we would spend, sometimes it would be all day, sometimes it would be well into the night when we were canning and freezing and making sauerkraut, and some of the stuff that I did back then I would not do today. Okay, this one is Garrulous, garrulous. Okay, let's put this here. Garrulous. Okay. Hey, Miss Miko. Hi, Dawn. Nice to see you. If you guys don't watch Dawn's Craft Riot, she's on Saturdays many times. Quite often. It's great to see everybody. Okay, how about the next one? Gratefulness. Gratefulness. We might just put that right here along this. I'm trying to keep my hand out of the wet ink. Okay, let's see if I can spell this right. Gratefulness. Okay. Doesn't look too bad so far. It looks pretty good. Bye, Lynn. So Dawn's streaming tomorrow, and she streams on Ustream, and she's going to be there tomorrow. And I think it's like, correct me if I'm wrong, Dawn, but it seems like it's 11 Pacific time. If that's wrong, tell me and I'll correct it. Okay, we're going to put grounded here. We'll put it up here. Now I'll come back to these words later and I'll add black or white lines and pop them out and stuff like that. But we won't necessarily do that together because we're going to run out of time. Gentle. How about I will go gently? We'll do that. Gently. I will go gently. And probably we could use the word gentle also somewhere here. So we'll just put gentle underneath the flap. If I get out my Joanne Sharp lettering book, I'd have more options. Yes. This is my lettering book, my lettering practice book, when I was working my way through Joanne Sharp's book about lettering. So if I'd get this out as reference, you know, it would certainly, part of it's right side up and part of it's upside down on purpose because it goes this way for this side and I turn it over and I go this way for this side, from the ends to the middle. Anyway, but who has time to do that today? 11 a.m. Pacific. Okay. 1 Central and 2 Eastern. Okay, thanks, Miko. Okay, so we have gentle and gently. And I like the word gift. So let's put the word gift in. And let's just put that right under here. Good gift. So I'll go back and embellish all these later. I'm just trying to get the words down. And so we have that. Good-hearted. Good-hearted. That's a good word. Good-hearted is a good word. It's a hyphenated word. Goals. How about good-hearted right here? Or how about just good heart? I like good heart. I aspire to have a good heart. Giggles, we've got glamorous, ginormous, growing. How about growing? Let's do growing. I'm going to write that right over. This is dictionary paper with some G words on it. I'm just going to go right over that. I'm going to write growing. Okay, so I have the word growing. Gutsy. Ooh, gutsy. All right, let's try gutsy. Brad Pitt pens. That's right. Using my Brad Pitt pens. Okay, gutsy. Where should we put gutsy? Okay, how about right under here? Really gutsy. Really gutsy. Okay, and then what else? I have some other ones over here. I have grace. I want to put grace on here. So maybe we'll add that right in here, in this section. Okay. Did I do gentle already? It doesn't hurt to have them a second time, does it? How about gentle? We'll put gentle right here. Gentle. Okay. Genuine. How about the word genuine? Hi, Sandy. Good to see you. What did I just say? Genuine. Short attention span, people. Short attention span. Okay, we're going to write genuine around this gear. U-I-N-E, correct? Yes. Okay, genuine, and how about glad? We'll put it on the bottom part of this. G-L-A-D, glad. Okay, genuine and glad around that. And I'll also come back and outline some of the gears and stuff like that too. Let's see, genuine and glad. Great. How about great? And I want to put the word goals in a bigger place also. So we'll put goals here. So I'm going to put it right there. Everybody needs to have goals. If you don't have a goal, you're sure to hit it. Okay, and the word good. I like the word good. Grumpy pants? No, we're not putting the grumpy pants here. But thank you for the idea. Thank you for the idea, Janet. Okay, we're gonna use the word good again. We've got it over here, but I want to write it in my own handwriting too. So maybe right in here. And then we got the word goodness. Maybe we'll add that as well. Maybe across the very bottom right here. Okay. And maybe we'll call that good. Okay, so now one of the things that I like to do, I'm going to use a brush tip pen in black, and we'll see if we can get this to stand out a little bit. Maybe we'll use this word grace right here. We'll see how it works. If it doesn't work, I can just change my mind. I didn't put gregarious on here. I will put that on in a minute. I like to go down like the left side. I think of the letters as having strokes, not as in 6 strokes, but strokes. So I think of it as that there's a big fat letter with a left side, a left, a right, a top, and a bottom. Okay? And so I'm going down the left side and underneath each part, each stroke. I'm not saying it right, but anyway, we'll just let it go at that. So I'm thinking each part of the letter, I'm going down the left side and across the bottom. And I have to think down the left, across the bottom. And I'll give you a close-up of this in just a minute. And it creates a shadow effect that kind of makes things have kind of a three-dimensional, whoops, where am I? Wrong place. Hello, mouse, where are you? Come to mama. There we go. Okay. Hang on just a second. I'm trying to get it here where you can see it. See what I'm talking about? Okay, so you can see, perhaps, that I've gone down the left side and across the bottom of each part of that word, of the letter, actually, for each letter of the word. And so it has that effect of popping that, you know, kind of popping it out a little bit more. Okay, so we'll do it again up here on the word goofy. So let's do it again. And you can use any size, you know, pen to do this. You do it with thinner pens if you want. So let's use a different color and see if it shows up. Okay, like so. So it just highlights the letters just a little bit more so you can kind of see them pop up off the page. Okay, so let's come over here to this one because this is not showing up very well at all. Let me see if I can get a white pen and see if we can make it show up with that. And once you kind of see what I'm doing, then we'll be good to go. Okay. Okay, so you kind of got the idea, right? So that's, pardon me, So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to just continue working on this after we're finished, and just adding to the words, and embellishing the words, and I may do some charcoal shadowing and some different things like that. But you can see what a difference this already makes here, just to have the words, because it'll pop them off the page. And you can also go around an entire word. For example, if you have one that you really want to emphasize, you can take the word like glorious, for example, and we'll see if I've got a small pit pen. Nope. The trick is you gotta have one that writes. Well, let's use a different kind of pen. We'll see if this black pen works. And you can just outline the entire letter. So instead of shadowing it, just outline every part of it. And that way it just makes the words stand out with all this busy stuff in the background. You can also go, oh, and I don't worry about it if I don't, exactly follow every bit of the, if I get off a little bit, I can always come back and, fill in. If there's too much space, I can come back and fill in the blank space with the color of the Pitt pen. Here's our poor little U that we forgot. We forgot. Let's be honest. I couldn't spell for a minute. So there is a U in there. And you can also come back. I can come back to and embellish letters. Like, for example, I can take this. And just add some color to all the spaces, the open spaces. Like so. And then even come back and do some patterning. And then once that's in there, if you want to turn it into something that looks lacy, then you can come back and add little dots. Around the edge, and then even give it a little extra something something. And these are also great places to use your paint pens, like the Sharpie paint pens or the Molotow markers or Liquitex pens. Any kind of paint pen. Or you can use the gel pens also. Hey, Brenda. So we'll finish this up, and then we're going to call it good for today, folks. If you have any questions or any suggestions for if you didn't put it in already, of things you would like to see me do live on YouTube, let me know. Put them in the chat. And we had a suggestion or a request for jelly print on fabric. And we had a request for painting this horrible, ugly woman with a pink polka dot dress. I'm afraid I'm going to have to paint her at some point. I was hoping you guys didn't want me to paint her today. No, I really didn't care. I really didn't care. I'm just teasing. I do whatever you want me to do, within reason. But this is kind of one of those journals that you can just get, kind of lost in your own thoughts as you're working on it. Do it your way. You can add all kinds of stenciling. That stuff was already done on this page where I had the background done with stenciling and sprays and who knows what all else. But you can see how you can turn it into make it your own, the way you like it. And just because we don't want everything going exactly the same way, paint the ugly woman. She deserves paint. She deserves something, but I don't know what it is. And then around the edge, of course, I'll do some inking, and I may even do one of the things I enjoy doing is giving things a border. Let's see, where did my pen go here? And so I like to just give things a border. I'll put the ink on it as well. But just give it some scratchy. Give it a scratchy border. And so you can just do things like that. It just kind of gives it a little, I'll do it across the 2 pages, and then that way it kind of gives it some continuity. Although it's pretty obvious that these 2 pages go together, right? You can gloss and carve off the boobs and lips some. You'd have to talk to the artist about that. Oh, that was great. I love that. Can he carve off the boobs and the lips? That's what makes her ugly. What can I tell you? He thinks it's riotously funny. Okay, so we're going to set that to the side. And I guess it's about time for a sponsor sighting, right? Just about time for the sponsors to show up. So be thinking of any questions you have for me. Hi, Sue. Nice to see you. And so we'll get the sponsors out, and we're going to call it a day. We had kind of a rough start in the beginning, but hey, we got it. We got it going. Watch out. The invasion is about to happen. Yeah, the invasion. There's number 1. Oh, they're both out. You coming up? Are ya? You coming up? Are ya? Come on. You're being good, so I'll let you out. Come here. Come here. Come on. Wow. Hello, Mr. Sponsor. Claus Man and Race Man forgot to bring out the sponsors on Sunday. Yes, they did. They forgot. Are you coming up, Charlie boy? You want to come up and say hello? Huh? You coming? Or are you just going to talk about it? Oh, good, Lynn. Lynn says she tried this on the TV and got a great picture. Okay. All right, Charlie, come here. All right, we're going to try to cat wrangle for a minute so I can get the other one. Okay. Come here, fat boy. Get up here. fat boy. See if we can scooch back a little bit. Too much stuff here. Here we go. All right. You got part of the monitor, one of the monitors in the background, but you know. See if we can do this. There we go. There we got him. Yeah, there's a stream on Sunday, and you'll see it in the YouTube list. Okay, so we're all going to take off. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week, hopefully with fewer glitches than we had this week getting started. Charlie, this is Charlie. This is Chance. We're all signing off. They are the sponsors. We call them the sponsors because they let me stream. They let me work in this space that they live in. And that's why they're called the sponsors. I've heard there could be a sponsor. There might be a sponsor stream coming up. I don't know. So just keep watching YouTube and you'll find out. So, okay, everybody. I will see you next week or before. Who knows? All right. See you later. Everybody have a great weekend. Bye for now.